Hello, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to build your own topical map from scratch. So my name is Franklin. So I've been developing content strategies and topical map for clients for some years right now. So what you learn in this guide includes topical mapping strategies I use, how to save credits when clustering your keywords, right? How to find duplicate clusters, how to build your content plan and content strategy, how to adapt to industry changes, the Genom 100. So this guide is for search engine optimization experts, right? Content teams, marketing agencies, and website owners. So let's get started. So first thing we have to do is topic and entity research. So why topic and entity research is essential. Before you write a single piece of content or cluster a keyword, you need to understand the niche and discover related entities and topics to cover to become the topical authority in your niche. So by discovering these topics, you're appealing to search engine, right? That you know this topic, right? You're also covering your topical map to build your topical coverage. You're building your topical authority by associating your website to entities and topics in your niche. So you're doing entity association. So that's some of the reasons why you need to prioritize entity and topic research. So there are three couple ways I'm going to walk you through how to find entities and topics, right? So ClueMap has all these tools, the knowledge graph, natural language processing, Google API tools, and LLM processing, right? So you can use Google knowledge graph built into ClueMap or natural language processing using Wikipedia manually or processing the text, or using ClueMap AI topic research too. So let's see how this works step by step. So suppose I want to build a topical map for a client and I don't know the industry properly, right? I want to find related concepts, related tools, related topics and entities, right, to target. So I'm going to use this AI topic research tool in ClueMap. So I'm going to use a pre-made template. So you can customize this template to your need, but I'm going to make this faster, right? So I won't waste too much time. Then click on Start Research. So AI is going to analyze the information you provided to suggest entities and topics for you to target. So while it is loading, let me show you another feature we have right here that allows you to find other related entities, right? So suppose we are going for the plumbing niche, right? You can enter plumbing here, and Google Knowledge Graph is going to suggest related entities you can target. For example, you might target this particular entity here, piping, fitting in plumbing, right? Plumbing fixture, right? Drain waste vent system. So these are suggested entities. ClueMap knowledge graph is suggesting you can increase the limits here. You can change the query over here to find more related entities. So once you have found an entity, right, you can open the Wikipedia page, right, and copy the text. So once you copy the text, you can paste it inside ClueMap's natural language processing tool to find more related entities. So once you paste the text in here and name the project, then you can run the analysis. So once the analysis is complete, you'll be able to find other related entities you can use for keyword research, right? So that's the goal of this tool here, is to help you find related entities. For example, piping is related to what you are trying to achieve, which is building topical map for a plumbing website. Drainage is also related. Sewage is also related, right? So these are some of the topics you might be considering to target. Gas fitter, right? Gas fitting. So in traditional keyword research tools, you might not be able to find these keywords like these topics, right? Testing pipes, right? Water supply. So these are the topics, sewer, right? Gas work, baths. Right. So once you find all these topics, you are going to use them in your next phase, which is keyword research phase, right? So that's it for I don't want to waste too much time explaining this concept. Then back to the AI topic research, which is now complete. AI analyze the information we provided and suggested topics and entities you can target. For example, commercial drainage solutions, local water pressure issues, backflow prevention, sump pump services, burst pipe, main water shut off, noisy pipes, toilet repair service, sump pump installation, leaky pipe fix. So once you are done with this topic research, you now have a comprehensive amount of topics analyzed by AI, analyzed by Google Knowledge, Google Natural Language Processing, and some entities discovered by Google Knowledge Graph. So once you have all these entities, then you can proceed to the next step, which is keyword research using these entities. So you are now in step 2 of which is the keyword research phase. So you are done with the topic and entity research. So we want to do keyword research. So there are a couple ways to do this keyword research. Most people know how to do it. I also know waste time explaining these two. So you can use SEMrush, Ahrefs, and other keyword research tools. You can use Google Search Console, right? PMAP has integration with Google Search Console that can help you export more keywords from the Google Search Console property that you could using your own Google native Search Console property account. So you can use competitors' domains to extract information, keywords from their ranking keywords, right? You can use subfolders or pages on a particular website. It could be your own website as well for keyword research. You can extract PAAs from Google search results and use them for keyword research, or use autocomplete, right? So there are a couple ways to do this. So this is the checklist when doing keyword research. So for SEMrush or Ahrefs, ensure that you use the filters properly, because once you enter one seed keyword, they are going to suggest all related keywords that matches that then you entered, right? So you must use your filters properly. And that's where ClueMap's topic and entity research is very, very essential. It can help you find keywords to use in your keyword, topics to use in your keyword research phase, right? To filter out irrelevant topics. So using Google Search Console, you can find keywords you might not be able to find in keyword research tools. For competitor research, you can use competitors in your niche and use their domains to extract keywords they are ranking to build your own topical map. You can do keyword gap analysis. So these are some of the strategies on how to get started about keyword research. So let's do this step by step. So right now we are going to conduct keyword research using the entities we discovered in previous steps with ClueMap. So I'm going to start with the AI entity research topics. So you can, what you have to do is to find topics that are quite related to the core services you are offering on your website, right? So let me just quickly choose a few topics over here. Get started. So once I copy this keyword, I can paste them in here. I can also go through these entities in the natural language processing analysis. You can find some entities over here. You can also find related entities in the knowledge graph analysis as well. But the knowledge graph doesn't provide much more entities, much more topics like other entity analysis tools we have. What it does is to show you the core topic, the core entities, then you can recite those entities to discover more topics. Okay, then you go with these two. So once done, you can start your research using SEMrush. As you can see, we now have a list of topics we can target. So let me go with this one. As you can see, we have discovered some topics we can target, right? So once you start the research, so right now I'm opening these topics on a new tab to analyze them, right? So once you open them on a new tab, you see the keyword suggestions. Right, so we wouldn't have been able to discover these keywords manually. Right, suppose you are not expert in this niche without the topic and AI entity research assistance, right? So once you gather all these topics, you research them, find the topics you want to cover on your website first, right? So once you are done with the research, you are going to export this keyword and import them in ClueMap's Credit Saver. So when exporting keywords, you need to keep grouping and export the keywords, right? I'm going to export these keywords over here, right? But I must click the keep grouping so that when we import them in Credit Saver, right, we will be able to filter out irrelevant keywords and reduce our clustering costs overhead. So I'll export this keyword. But before exporting, you need to filter out, let me say, keywords that don't have search volumes in them. So I'm going to start with keywords that has 10 search volume and above. I might manually go through these topics to see the ones I want to cover, but since we have done the topic research and we know the topic we are trying to cover, I might not waste time doing it again. So I'll just export this keyword list. So for these two, I might do the same thing as well. Start with keywords that has 10 search volume and above. Then export the list, keep grouping. So basically this is how you are going to go about the topic research and keyword research for your niche. It is very, very simple. Once you follow my strategies and a guide, right? So once I export all these keywords, I can start the keyword duplication before clustering them, right? So that's how you go about keyword research. So there are plenty of tutorials on the internet about keyword research, which I'm not going to go deep into how to do this. So once you gather all these keywords, then you have to go to Credit Saver right over here. And once you are on this page, you import those keywords. Right, so this one has 14,000 keywords. So I want to show you how much you could save with Credit Saver, right, by importing a list of keywords. Right, so in the next video, I'm going to explain how this works comprehensively. So this is just to show you a brief overview of how it works, how much money it could save you on clustering costs. So once done, you can take some of these options, but I'm going to leave them as it is. So what I'm trying to do now is to duplicate these keywords. As you can see, ClueMap has reduced the cost by 21%, right? Which means if I export these keywords over here, I can now import them in the SERP clustering to over here and start the clustering analysis. So in 14,000 keywords, ClueMap suggests that we keep a level. So you can see this one is this keyword, best water home filtration system, is equivalent to best home water filtration system. So the reason why ClueMap suggests that you remove them is because of what other inversion. So this one is possible misspelling, best home water filtration system and best home water filtration system. As you can see, there are two keywords that mean the same thing. However, without following these steps, you are going to pay for the cost associated with this keyword. But following my steps and strategies, I can guarantee that you can save up to 40% of your clustering costs on any project, right? So this one is what other inversion. This one is possible misspelling. This one is high similarity. As you can see, best home water filtration system and best water filtration system for home. So we chose this one as the best keyword for this cluster because of the search volume. So that's how to go about this. So the keywords in green badge are the ones you have to keep. So this keyword, best home water filtration system, has 16 similar keywords that we have pre-filtered, which if you didn't follow these steps, right, like I showed you, you are going to pay 16 times to get this particular cluster here. But ClueMap is going to help you prevent that cost. Of course, you can download the full analysis. Once you download the full analysis, you can review all these keywords and decide which one to keep and which one to remove. Start the configuration again. If you want to, make the algorithm to be fuzzy, you can reduce it. If you want it to be much more accurate, you can increase it as well. So as you're changing the similarity threshold, the cost will be increasing or decreasing. So that's it for keyword research and the overview of ClueMap Credit Saver. I hope to see that. So this is how to make use of Google Search Console analytics in ClueMap to find keywords using your website. You can use this date range filter here to find keywords you are ranking in the last couple of months, weeks. As you're changing the date filter, the data is changing automatically, as you can see. Okay, you can also select property here. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to expose some websites in this property. That's why I'm using a personal website. So once you click here, you can enter a keyword or URL, right, to find URLs that matches this particular filter, right? You can search pages that contains any keyword or any parameter, right? You can also use advanced regest filter. So you can ask it to find all the keywords, every keyword to its 4 words under clove. So once you click this button, AI is going to generate regex formula for you. So once it generates, as you can see, this keyword is more than 4 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 words. So this is a regex filter, right? So if you're not technical about it, just ask AI. Once you click this button here, ask AI to filter out the results. So with this filter, once you click here, the result is going to be filtered out using the filters you selected. So I'm going to remove this filter right here. I'm going to remove this filter here. Fetch all the keywords I'm ranking for this website. Okay. Last 12 months. Fetch keywords. As you can see, so these are the keywords I'm ranking on my website. You can export this keyword to use your SERP clustering to include map over here. So this is a quick overview of what these two can do. Once you click here, you can filter out only keywords this particular web page is ranking. So once I fetch only the keywords that this particular page is ranking, will be displayed as you can see over here. So you can play with these filters over here. You can filter by this particular keyword as well. As you can see, the results are changing. So once you are done with the research, you can export the data and navigate to the SERP clustering to page. So in the next phase, we are going to do a SERP clustering. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to cluster your keywords using your available keyword data, using your Google Search Console data. So let's get started. So in this lesson, we're discussing about clustering, alright, how to cluster your keywords. So SERP clustering, this is how it works. It analyzes Google search results, then groups these keywords that share X number of results. Then it will group these keywords that matches or overlaps. So that's basically how SERP clustering works. You can import keywords from Google Ads campaign, Google AdWords. You can import keywords from keyword script from Google search results. You can use Google Search Console. You can use SEMrush, Ahrefs, or any other keyword research tools. So for existing website, these are the type of keywords you can use. Then for new websites, these are the recommended type of keywords to use. So in this phase, we are going to talk about how to a SERP clustering project. So this is quite self-explanatory. Here you enter the name of your project, right, and the domain name for the analysis. So this domain name we use for tracking ranking purposes. So you must enter a domain name even if it is not valid for this project too. So this is very important. Ranking depth. So once you click on this ranking depth, the cost multiplier is going to be ×2 for all the depths from 20 to 100 is going to be the same cost. Then top 10 is the base model, which is 1 credit per keyword, but any other depth you select here is going to be 2 credits per keyword. So this is actually following the data for SEO new way of crawling SERP results, which is cost effective compared to initial announcement that resulted in 10x the cost of 100 pages. So suppose you're using these ranking depths 10. So I do suggest that you keep it as 3. Then if you are using top 20, maybe you can also keep it as 3 or increase it to 4. So I discovered that using lower values use more accurate clusters. However, there are some cases where you have cluster that might be separated, merged together when they share a small amount of URLs, for example, 3 URLs. So the best recommendation is to use 3 or 4. 3 if your ranking depth is 10, 4 or 3 if your ranking depth is 20 and above. So here you can enter the keywords you want to use for this clustering project. So here you can map the columns, you can import keyword for your computer, right? And map the columns. So once you are done mapping it, you can import the keywords here. So you can see we have imported 8,000 keywords. I'm not going to use these. I'm just going to also show you how to import keywords from Google Search Console. So once I've selected a property over here, I can use this option to filter out specific type of keywords ranking for this website. I can use this date range drop down. I can sort by metrics. Once I've selected a property, so you click here to preview keywords, import the keywords, and it will be imported in a manual keyword input tab over here. So right now, click the preview button. As you can see, these are keywords I'm ranking with my personal website. Once I click on preview, it will fetch the keywords, and here I can import the keywords into my text area over here. Also, once you click this button, which is recommended, QMAP is going to validate the keywords to ensure that there are no keywords that might result to issues such as prediction issues. So you can use this to remove duplicate keywords. So once everything is done, once you are done filling the project information, then click here to start a project. Right, so the analysis has started. So once the project completes, QMAP is going to send you a notification that the project is complete. Then we will start the second phase of duplicate cluster analysis, which will take another set of time or period for the analysis to be complete. So that's it for how to create a project. So in the next lesson, we are going to talk about managing your clusters or managing your project information. Congrats on your first project creation. So the project is complete. So once the clustering is complete, you should receive an email like this. So you can click here to view the results. So once you click this project here, it is going to load the project. So this is how it looks. I'm not going to go deep into the project management in this particular video because in the next lesson, I'm going to walk you through step by step now to manage your clusters. But this is how to go about. This is just the overview. You can sort by category over here. You can use these filters over here. They are predominant intent over here, but they have not been calculated. So this predominant intents over here, as you can see, they are empty. This project over here doesn't have AI enriched information like cluster brief, schema markup, bias on the content type, etc. That's because we have not done AI enrichment. So once you click on this button, you'll be able to generate summaries like this, AI recommendation like this, and AI enriched clusters like this. So in the next lesson, that's what you are going to discuss. So I'm not going to do it right now, but it's going to take time for you to complete. There are a couple of options over here. You can export your data. You can cluster your keywords. You can refresh your clusters. You can add more keywords to your project. So that's it. You also have the list view, as you can see. You can compare clusters. You can find similar clusters by clicking this button over here. You can merge clusters that are similar. You can tag clusters. You can add custom tags. You can add predefined tags. So you can delete clusters. You can sort by SERP features. Let me say I want to show projects that are triggering AI overviews or any other SERP features. You can do it as well. So that's it. We also have a topical view over here, a topical hierarchy view. So if you click here to expand all, you see exactly how the clusters categorize in 4 levels: category, subcategory, topical cluster, and clusters. As you can see, this is just the hierarchical order of all the clusters in your project. You also have the competitive analysis where you compare all the domains ranking for all the keywords in your project. As you can see, Reddit is dominating, followed by YouTube and this website too. You also have the AI overview, research, and analysis over here, where you can find layers that are ranking in AI overviews, and pages that are ranking in AI overviews. You have forum opportunities where you can find forums where you can join and promote your business or brand. Also, URL overlap analysis over here. So in the next video, we are going to talk about all these features. So that's it for the. They also have the AI tools features over here. So what this does is to show you clusters that are quite similar. Clusters that are sharing same number of URLs in search results. Like here, as you can see over here, this particular cluster, toilets won't stop running versus fix a toilet that keeps running. They shared 3 URLs, which means you can merge them by clicking this button over here. Once you click it, the workflow is going to start, and these clusters will be merged into one particular cluster, preventing topic cannibalization and duplicate content. So this one shares 3 URLs, which is 50% overlap score, right? If you want to do this quickly, you can configure this over here to group keywords that are sharing, let me say, 3 URLs. Once you click auto merge, the tool is going to merge all the clusters. What you have to do is to sign up for ClueMap right now, because by 1st November, this is going to be expired. So we are offering 20% launch discount to everyone that signs up. But what makes this discount special is that once applied, next subsequent months or subscription anytime else, you are going to pay the same discounted amount. So don't take my word for it, because if you know, we offered lifetime deals in the past some months ago, and that offer is gone forever. So it's the opportunity to grab this lifetime discount. It is a lifetime subscription discount that gives you 20% off every yearly subscriptions. You can get 20% additional credits, 20% additional credits plus the 20% current discount, plus 3 years off. So this is the regular pricing. So this is the launch offer pricing. So once you click here, you should be redirected to the sign up page. Once you complete this the sign up, verify your account, then you can navigate to the subscription panel. There you can complete your purchase and get started with ClueMap. So can't wait to see you using this awesome tool to build your topical maps. So this is the coupon code to use, ClueMap20, right? This coupon is valid until 1st of November. So after 1st of November, this discount code will not be usable anymore. So use it as you are watching this video right now. So once you register your accounts, then you can start your subscription and apply this coupon code to subscribe to a plan and lock in lifetime recurring discounts. So that's it for today's video. I hope to see you inside.